Hi friends! Sorry it has been so long since a video. I was dealing with some health things, feeling a little bit of burnout, but we're back and we are going to do a book haul video. This is a combination of books that my wonderful and kind boyfriend has bought me and also recently got motorcycles all the time because it's nice out. Also, I recently got a library card. Finally, considering I work right next to where the library's temporary location is, I said, okay, I need to do that. But yeah, I hope you have all been well. Again, I apologize for my absence, and let's get into this book haul. So, starting off with the things that my boyfriend has bought me, we have Chasing American Monsters. It's a book about cryptids. It goes by Each State. If you know me, you know I love cryptids. I love me some cryptids. This has been on my to read list slash to purchase list for a long time. And yeah, finally got it. So, Chasing American Monsters. I haven't read it yet. I have kind of poked around in it a little bit. I do like that some of them also have illustrations in here. So that's the first book about cryptid because you know I had to get more than one. The second one is The United States of Cryptids. Beautiful hardcover. We got a little bit of foiling. This one, I believe, also goes by state. Oh, excuse me. This one doesn't go by state. It goes by the Northeast, the South. It goes by territories. So that's also really neat. I do believe some of these also have, yeah, there's a few that have like illustrations in it. I had not heard of this one, but saw it at the local store, and it was also a used book, and it was in really, really good condition, so, you know, we had to get it. At some point, I'll probably make a video just about, like, my crypto books. Crypto, not crypto like currency, but crypto zoology, I guess, folklore books. Now we get some regular novels. First one, I have heard a lot about it. It's called This Is How We, This Is How You Lose the Time War. I wanted to get some more shorter stories just because I felt like I was reading a lot of series and stuff, and I was like, I just want some short, like, one-offs. So I have not read I lied. I have read one V.E. Schwab book. I read The Secret Life of Addie LaRue, and I love the back of the book. It just says, it's a quote from her. Holy shit, this was so good. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, let me read you the little synopsis. In the ashes of a dying world, Red finds a letter marked, "Burn before reading." So begins an unlikely correspondence between two rival agents in a war that stretches through the vast reaches of time and space. Red belongs to the Agency, a post-singularity technotopia. Blue belongs to Garden, a single vast consciousness embedded in all organic matter. Their pasts are bloody and their futures are mutually exclusive. They have nothing in common, save that they're the best, and they're alone. Now what began as a battlefield boast grows into a dangerous game. One both red and blue are determined to win because winning's what you do in war, isn't it? A tour de force collaboration from two powerhouse writers that spans the whole of time and space. As you can tell, this is a cold read. I have not read the back of this, so I apologize. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. I have heard lots of people like rave about this book, and it was part of the Barnes and Noble buy one get one half off, which is how I got my other book. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one. The other regular novel I got was Murder Your Employer. One, this book is just gorgeous, and cover the cover and title, it just made me giggle. There's all this crazy beautiful embellishment, and then there's just like McMaster's Guide to Homicide. Yeah, okay, I'm in. Read again, cold read. Who hasn't wondered what in the world it would be like if a person who is an object of your affliction ceased to exist? At the McMaster's Conversatory, future deletists, never murderers, learn the consummate execution of the homicidal arts. To this scrumptious campus comes three memorable classmates: self-effacating Cliff Iverson, troubled Gemma Lindley, and the Hollywood diva Diora May, all of whom have suffered menacing employers who richly deserve a deadly denouncement. Under the tutelage of Jean Harbinger, I can't talk, Harrow, and the fascinating facility of McMaster's Hall of Poison Ivy, they hone their craft, each hoping to finesse a perfectly masterful murder. So I'm excited about this one. This one is a pretty lengthy one. I think it's supposed to be like a series because it says book or volume one. I don't know how many volumes are supposed to be. I don't know how recently this came out. Buy one half off table at Barnes and Noble. It caught my attention. Your girl loves a good sale. Then the last few books from my book haul that my boyfriend got me, I got some manga. The first one is Polar Bear Cafe. I, a very long time ago, watched the first few episodes of the anime, and it is exactly what it's being described as. This is Polar Bear. He runs a cafe, and there's a bunch of zoo animals that after they go to work at the zoo, they go to his cafe, and it looks so cute and wholesome. Also, it's a collector's edition of it, so yeah, I was really excited about this, and it makes me want to go back and watch the anime more. I believe it was on Crunchyroll when I watched it. And then I got the next two volumes of Soul Eater. Soul Eater is one of my favorite anything ever. I have paintings that my dear friend Sarah did, and she gifted them to me because she did it under the guise of, oh, it's your birthday present now, so you can't pay me money for it. I love them, and they're hanging above my computer desk up there. And there's no way to talk about this anime without spoiling it because I'll just get too jazzed. I do know the manga is slightly different. I have never actually gotten a chance to read the manga, which is why I have been collecting the books. So now that I have the first 14, I can just kind of sit down and devour it all. But yeah. So that is the end of the purchase haul. Now, we've got my 6-book haul from the library. This is my second haul that I did because I actually read through the first one really, really fast and didn't have a chance to make a video about it because I read all the books too fast. So first one I have is What Feasts at Night by T. Kingfisher. There we go. I thought there was another letter. So I read What Moves the Dead, which I'll talk about on my monthly wrap-up for May. This is not necessarily like a direct sequel. It takes place in the same universe. It has the same, I believe one of the same characters is gonna show up. So it's not happening in the same location that the first book happens, so that's why in my mind it's not a direct sequel. It is another thing happening in this universe. Sorry, it's so shiny. Plastic on the library books. I can't help it. And then we have my Darling Dreadful Thing. Again, cold reads. I've had these on my list for a while, and I said, oh, well, the library has them, so I'm just gonna do it. Ruth Speckman has a spirit companion only she can see. Ruth, strange, corpse-like, and dead for centuries, is the light of Rue's life. That is, until a wealthy young widow, Agnes Knoop, I don't know, it's Knoop, visit one of the Rue's backroom seances, and the two strike up a conversation. Soon, Ruse is whisked away to the crumbling estate Agnes inherited upon the death of her husband, where an ill woman haunts the halls, strange smells drift through the air at night, and mysterious stone statues reside in the family chapel. Something dreadful festers in the manor, but still, the attraction between Ruse and Agnes is undeniable. Then, someone is murdered. Poor, alone, and with a history of hysterics, Rue is the obvious culprit. With her sanity and innocence in question, she'll have to prove who or what is at fault, or lose everything she holds dear. So, we've got a sapphic romance. It's got horror, spooky elements, I'm stoked. This has been on there for a while. I think it just got released recent-ish. I can't remember why I never picked it up. But again, the library had it, so I said, sick, we're gonna do it. Then, a book I read last year, I finally got the sequel, which is Emily Weidell's Map of the Other Lands. So this is the second book in the Emily Weidell series. And I wouldn't say I really loved the first one. I really liked it. I thought it was interesting. I think the way the author kind of describes the Fey realm is really interesting, kind of talks about the nuances of it, and doesn't make it seem just like glittery and glamorous. It's like, no, like, if you do this, this will happen to you. The one thing I remember distinctly about in the first book is they talk about Changeling Child, which is an Irish folklore, which I thought she did a really interesting take on that. I really enjoyed that part of the book. So I'm excited to read and see what she does in making her universe larger and how the characters are going to interact and what's going to happen with our two main characters. Because if I remember correctly, there was an engagement happening at the end of the book or talks of one, something like that. So it's going to be interesting. Next, we have The Last Tale of the Flower Bride. This is one that I have heard mixed things about. I believe. Okay, yeah. So this one says it's kind of the quote on it. It says it has a mixed atmosphere of Mexican Gothic and The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, which I enjoyed both of those books, so I think that's what it made me pick this up. And I remember I didn't read too much about it because I just wanted to go into this not knowing anything past those vibes. So I'm not going to cold read you the synopsis because I would like to keep that for myself because I have not started this yet. But yeah, I feel like it has promise of spooky horror vibes, maybe a little bit of mystery, definitely probably some romance because the other ones, they also had romance, but it wasn't necessarily the focal point. So, The Last Tale of the Flower Bride. Next, we have An Education in Malice. So I read A Dowry of Blood this year and I was blown away. That was a fantastic book. I think it was I think I read that in, I want to say March. I believe it was March, and I think it was my only 5-star read. I was blown away. I loved it. I thought it was such a perfectly done book. And I feel like this is so I know it has like dark academia vibes. And I feel like again, I haven't looked too much into the synopsis because I just wanted to kind of go into a blind. I kind of went into A Dowry of Blood blind. And that's kind of what blew me away is I didn't have any expectations by reading the synopsis. I was just like, okay, I think I read the first 2 lines and I was like, this sounds interesting. And I heard a lot of people buzzing about it. So I said, all right, I'm going to do it. It's a shorter book anyway. And I loved S.T. Gibson's writing. So I said, Education in Malice, let's go. I would like whatever education you are giving me here. And then the last book of our library haul is I got Warm Hands of the Ghost. Or excuse, The Warm Hands of Ghosts. There we go. I know how to read the title. So I've heard this has like magic realism, I believe, if I'm correct. And it is a take on World War II, I think. Again, don't quote me. I haven't read the book yet. But another one I heard people raving about. And it just, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, this is one of those ones where the cover also really drew me in that I was like, what are we, I'm interested. So we're gonna see. I'm really bad at picking out being like, this is why I bought this book on this haul, or this is why I got it from the library. Sometimes it's really dumb, superficial reasons. Like I thought the cover was interesting. It's like a surprise date with a book, I guess. Sorry if you can hear my boyfriend's cat. She's just having the zoomies on her cat tree. Um, but yeah, that's gonna be the end of our haul. If you have read some of these, let me know which ones you've read, whether you like them or not. No spoilers, please. I haven't read them yet, and I would like to still be surprised regardless. But I would definitely like your feedback, and I want to know what you thought, or if you have any recommendations, maybe books that I should pick up in my next haul. Yeah, it's not a very long video. There's not a ton going on. I am going to try to be posting again more regularly. I think for a bit we're just going to go back to book videos on Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And yeah, I can't think of any other updates that we need to give. So that's pretty much it. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you're having a good reading month. My reading for May has been pretty good so far. Currently, we're reading Five Broken Blades, so we'll see if I finish that before the end of the month. So it'll be included in my reading wrap up. Yeah, I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful rest of your day.